Today, I'm going to show you how you can create interactive videos with Interactr, which is a platform that's around for years. But right now, you can get $130 discount on this product. Now, actually, this was a hidden gem for me. I had access to it for years. I saw it again. The vendor reached out and was like, wow, man, I should have used this way more myself because this is going to increase conversions. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you an example of what interactive video is. This is a simple example of a video. And if you like it, you can check out the link in the description to watch this video as well, so you can try out interactive videos. But let me show you a quick example how this works. So this is an interactive video. Look at this. Interactive videos are super powerful because it allows you to choose whatever you would like to see. Now on the screen right now, you'll see the options that you can choose from. So simply pick one to see how interactive video works. So as you can see, I created a video here, and what you can see here, these are all buttons, interactive buttons that I've added to this video. So I've linked this button to About Him, to another video that I created. This button, my Interactr review, points to my review video. This button points to a video where I explain the bonuses that you're going to get if you purchase this to my link. But look at this, when I click on YouTube channel, it opens my YouTube channel automatically from the video. Or Get Interactr here, when I click this button here, it will redirect me to the sales page of Interactr. So let's say I want to hear about Tim. Tell a little bit more about yourself. I'm clicking this button, look what happens. Hey there, and first of all, thank you so much for checking out Interactr. I think it's an amazing product. It's one of those forgotten gems that I have. And I'm stopping the video right now because what you see here is other interactive elements. So you can go to the Interactr review here by clicking this button, or you can go back to the main menu. So when I click main menu, interactive videos are super powerful because it allows you to choose whatever you would like to see. Now on the screen, so you can redirect this to a video like this. And if you don't like to have a main menu with a video playing, you can also have a plain background with an image or with a color as a main menu. But from here, you can redirect them everywhere. So for example, when I click the bonuses, so you want to know what bonuses you're going to get when you purchase Interactr. Well, I've got some good news. When you scroll down the page here, I've arranged some very cool bonuses. And look at this. Now there's another bigger interactive button in here that says watch my unannounced bonuses. So what this button does is it does not redirect to another video. It forwards this video to the unannounced bonuses. So when I click this, look what happens. You're going to get navigation video layer. So as you can see here, and I've added the other menu in here as well, which says back to main menu or watch my Interactr review. So when I click this button, it will play the review. Now, right now I'm recording my review, so I attached another review to this button. Look at this. How would you like it if you could have a virtual assistant that will do all? And from here you can go. So you get the idea, right? You can go back to the main menu here where the main video plays, where you can forward here. You see the menu popping up. And this is what you can create with Interactr. And this is a very simple example. You can do so much more than I'm showing you right now. So let's just dive into it. This is the actual campaign that you just saw here, where I connected these videos to each other. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open a new canvas here so that you can see how it works. I think this one is empty. There you go. So how it works is like this. So you have an empty canvas in here, and you need to start with adding nodes. So when I click on add node here, you can upload your media. So this can be videos, this can be images, anything you have, or you can use a solid background color that you can use as a menu, a start menu, an introduction menu. In case you choose media here, you can choose from your project media, so files that you already have uploaded, or you can add new media files. So when I select this one, I have the option to upload my images and videos. I have the option to upload from a URL. I can go to my stock media. So when I click select stock media here, I can import any video in here. I simply select the video and it will import that video to Interactr. And then the final option is the media library from previously uploaded to a different project. So right now we're working in one project, but you can also use videos from other projects as well. Now I already added my videos to this project. So I'm going to open the media library where you can see the videos here that you just saw in the example interactive video. So I like to start this one here with an interactive intro. So I'm going to drag this video. This was the intro video, remember? I'm going to drag this part to the canvas in here. So this is the start video. Now from here, I would like to show the other videos, right? I would like to show the about video, about Tim. So I'm going to drag and drop that in here. I'm going to rename that. I'm going to add new note. So this note is now also in the campaign. I also like to show my review. So I'm going to drag and drop my review in here as well. I'm going to rename this. And then finally, I also want to add my bonuses to this project. So I'm going to drag and drop bonuses. This is my bonuses video where I explain the bonuses. And now everything is in my canvas. And I can connect all these videos together. I can connect this one to this one. I can connect this one to this one. And I can connect this one to this one. It's unlimited. You can link them all. Now to do so, you need to double click a node to add interactive elements to your video. And basically what you're seeing right here is a video timeline of your video where you can add elements. So when I click on element in here, I can add all these elements that you're seeing right here to my video. So I can add hotspots, which means that if I add a hotspot on my glasses and you click on my glasses, I can show a video about my glasses. I can simply drag and drop a button in here. I'm going to call this, let's say, about Tim. I'm going to click this element and now this button has been added and I can say here about Tim. So this button is now about Tim, and when I click on this button, I have the option to edit this button. I can do anything with it. So here at the top, you have a menu what you can do with this button. So for example, I can do nothing, but I can also say play another node in this series. I can open a URL so I can redirect to the sales page. I can skip to a specific time in the video itself, or I can open a pop-up, and I will talk about the pop-ups later because pop-ups are super cool that allows you to create these beautiful interactive menus very easily. In this case, I would like to play a note. So I'm going to click play note, and here I can select the note. So the about Tim button should point people to the about Tim video. So I'm going to select this video, and now this has been linked. I can also save this response as a survey. That means that everything will be measured, that I can see how many clicks I get, etc. So this is the first one. Then we have the style. So let's say I don't like a green button. I can say I want to have a pink button here. I like this color, for example. I can make it like this. And then I can say I want to have a little bit more round here as well. I want to have a round button. I also want to add a border. I can do that as well. I can say I want to have a white border. Look at this. So you basically create these buttons. You can say I want to have a dashed border here, and that's the style of my button. Now I can also go to dynamic text, so which means that you can also, if you add dynamic URLs, that you can display names of people inside of the videos. I cannot show you that right now, unfortunately. I can add animation to the button, so I can say, hey, slide in from the left, for example. And I want to have an ease in. That's the most beautiful one. And the duration here, let's say I want to have a duration of 2 seconds, and you can also have a delay. I'm not going to do that. And here you can preview your animation. Now look at this. Boom, it comes in nicely in here. So when you add multiple buttons, you can add all these elements to your buttons. You have properties in here as well, so you can also move it with these. Or you can do that simply on the canvas. You can also change the height of a button if you like to change that as well. You can change the width of a button. And that's how you add an interactive button to your page. And this is just one. So we can add multiple. So now I can go to this element and I can say, okay, I would like to add another button here. So I'm going to drag and drop another button in here. And this is, for example, bonuses, my bonuses here. And I can create this element in here, and this is my bonuses. And I can do exactly the same thing. So I can say my bonuses, and then I can click on the edit thing in here. I can go to the styles. I can say, okay, I want to have this as a black button, for example, or a green button, whatever I prefer. I can say I want to also have more roundness to this button here. I also want to have animation. I want to have this slide from the right, ease in, also delay of 2 seconds in here. And now I play the animation. Look at this. Boom. And I want to redirect this button, of course. I want to redirect this node to my bonuses. So do you see how easy it is also to save? This is a response here. So now these buttons are in here and you can move them anywhere. You can also do them to the top in here. And this will redirect people to other videos. So for each video, you can add these elements. So when I go to the other video, I can open, and now you see the connections. So I've connected this node to this one and to this one. So I can open the next one in here. And I can say, for example, I want to add a new element. Let me show you the image part, for example. I want to add an image in here. So you can simply display images. So I can say image 1. And let me actually upload a file from my computer here, which you're going to get as one of the bonuses as well, which is called hotspots. So these are hotspots. Look at this, beautiful. So I can add hotspots in here, and this is just an example. You should probably do this with products. But now this is a hotspot in here that I can add. So let's say I want to redirect people. Let's say there are products in this video. Let's say this is a product. This award here in the background is a product. I can add this image in here. And what I can do with these hotspots is I can add a new element on here, which is called a hotspot. When I drag and drop this in here, let's say I'm going to call it hotspot 1. What that allows you to do is when I add this to this specific hotspot, that means that this image becomes clickable because I define this area as a hotspot. So this hotspot basically does exactly the same as buttons, but it's invisible. I can even move this to my glasses in here as a hotspot like this. And then when people click on my glasses, I can say here, I want to redirect this here. I want to play a note, or I want to open a URL to the website where they can purchase my glasses, for example. In this case, I like to do a hotspot on top of the hotspot image in here, so that when people click this hotspot, it will open another video. So let's say we change this. So when they click on this hotspot, I'm going to say they need to watch my review, something like this. And I'm going to close it. Now, you can always preview a note. So when I click on preview note, you can see here when I play this video here.
Hey there, and first of all,
thank you so much. Now the hotspot is in here, but when I click on this, it will start playing my review.
How would you like it if you could have?
Do you see that? Now, one thing that I haven't explained is that you can time everything in the timeline here. So for example, the image here, let's say I don't want to have this at the start of the video. I want to have this at, let's say here, 5 seconds. I can simply drag and drop this at 5 seconds, and I want to have it disappeared, for example, after 17 seconds, or let's make it a little lower here. Let's move it all to the left here, so that when we play this video, it will only be there for a certain time and then it disappears. So I can move this hotspot there as well for the same time. And now it's saving. As you can see, it saves automatically. And when I play this note, you can see that it appears and it disappears. Look at this.
Hey there. And first of all, thank you so much for checking out Interactr.
There you have it.
I think it's an amazing product. It's one of those forgotten gems that I have myself.
And then after 7 seconds, boom, it's gone.
I was like,
you see that?
Wow, man, dude.
So this whole timeline, you can add multiple elements. So let's say you want to add an extra button here. You can say, I want to have a button. I'm dragging and dropping that in here. I'm going to call this button 2. Or let's say about here. I'm going to create this one. This is about. But now I can say, for example, this button needs to start here. So when I start talking about a specific product, for example, I can say, okay, when he started talking about this, then show up this button for 10 seconds, for example. And now this button will show for 10 seconds. And I can do again with this button whatever I like here. I can configure everything in here. Now I can also create groups. So let's say these all need to show up at a specific time here. You can also create groups. So I can say group, so let's say group 1, and I'm going to create this. What that means is when I drag and drop things in this group, you see that this one is in the group, this one is in the group, and now this one is in the group. Now you see one time bar in here where you can edit all of these elements at the same time here, so that you don't have to do them manually one by one. And that's how easy it is. So you have all these elements like text, if you just want to add text to your screen. So I'm going to call this text here. And there you go, you have text in here, and then you can modify this. Welcome, you can do whatever you like here, and then you can modify it. You can say, okay, I want to have this text to be really big here. Welcome here, I'm going to add that to the left top. And
like this. And if I like to add another element, I can do that as well here. So let's say I want to do email or HTML, you can add as well, or images, or you could do an event action. Now let me show you that in another video so that it makes more sense to you. So I think this is clear, right? You can create all these interactive videos here. Now I want to go back to the main project. So we can link all these videos together, right? At the top here, we have another menu, which is the project menu where you can set up everything. So for example, the player here, you can set the thumbnail for the start player. You can change this thumbnail. You can also change the player icon. You can make it really small, for example. So when you save your changes, you can see it's a small button, or you can make it pretty big here. It will become a bigger button. You can autoplay this video. You can hide the timeline here at the bottom. So when you play this video, you can see the timeline here. You can hide that if you like to do that. You have the playing state of the video. So your controls at the bottom of your video. So I press this on hide. There it is. So you can change these colors here as well, simply by changing these colors in here. You can add sharing settings so people can share this to LinkedIn, to Twitter, to Pinterest, even email here if you like to. And that will appear here on the video then. So when I save my changes, you can see here that now this video player here adds share buttons here inside of the video. There's even more product chapters. So you can enable chapters, which means that you can add all the videos here as chapters in your video. So when I click save here and I start playing my video, first I need to save my changes. When I play the video in here, I also have a menu here when I can go through the different chapters myself. So you give the users the option to change videos. So when I say I want to see the interactive video or about Tim, they click on this, hey there, and they can skip parts of your video because you've enabled chapters as well. So this is player. Now the part that I wanted to show you is the pop-ups part, right? So you can see here that I have 2 pop-ups in this campaign, but I can create new pop-ups. What pop-ups allows you to do basically is it allows you to create a menu just like you saw at my example video where you create the menu with all these buttons, etc., where people can click. You can create that as a pop-up and you can add that pop-up to a note. Let me show you how that works. So here you can click on create pop-up. You can create a blank pop-ups yourself, or you can choose from the templates. So basically how it works is like this. So here is one, and let me play it so you can see it. This is an example here. You see, this is option 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's another one. Let me play this one here. So this is a menu. You see it all flows in really nicely with option 1, 2, 3, 4. Or what about this one, an explainer video? It shows up like this. So this will be a pop-up where you have interactive stories, software demos, ask questions, sell products. So let me just pick one of them. Let's say this one. I can select this one. I can give this a name. So I'm going to call this review pop-up so that it makes sense to you. And I can click on create pop-up. Now, when you edit a pop-up here, the edit button, you basically get the same options as you saw in the timeline editor of the video. So when I click a button in here, I can say, I want to play a note. I can say here, I want to play my review or the bonuses explained or about Tim. So when I select this, that means that when people click this button, it will go to this video. I can click on each button in here and I can say, for example, in this case, play another note, and I'd like to watch my review. So for each button in here, I can redirect to whatever I like. But the cool thing is that all the animation has already been created for you. And of course, you can change the text in here. So let's say I'm going to call this bonus. I'm going to center this. Now this one is called bonus. So this is a pop-up. You can also enable the grid for designs if you like to do that. And here you can preview your animation. This is a pop-up that you can create. And you can also change the styles in here, the dynamic text, the animation, etc. So once you have created a pop-up like this, then what you can do is you can go back to your canvas and you can say, for example, well, let's create a new introduction. So let's forget about this introduction. You can click on add note in here. And let's say we want to add media in here, project media. And I want to have this moving background here. I'm going to select this one. So I'm going to call this intro 2. I'm going to click on add note. So now we've created this new node. When I double click this, what I can do here is when I click on new element, instead of adding a button, for example, I can say add an event action. So when I select this one, I'm going to call this pop-up intro. I'm going to create this one. And now I can choose an action for this trigger. So I'm going to say open a pop-up. And now I can choose the pop-up, my pop-ups here, that we just created, this review pop-up, remember? So I'm going to select this one. And now this pop-up will be shown here at the beginning of this video. You can also set that inside of the timeline here. You can say, for example, show this when the video ends, or you can decide it yourself when this menu shows. So when I preview this node right now, it will show the background video plus the pop-up, because the pop-up starts at the beginning. Now let me preview this node. Let me show you how it looks like. So here we have the thumbnail that we chose, and look at this. There you go. And now, let me play it. The pop-up should show. Okay, probably I need to reconfigure. Let me choose another pop-up here. So let me say, maybe I did not configure that pop-up correctly. So let's say, oh, do nothing here, actions. So open pop-up, not sure, probably I didn't choose the right one. So let's say I'm sure that this one is correctly. So let's select this one. And I think now we've done it correctly. So let's preview the node again. Let's try this one. There you go. You see? Now we have the menu here, about Tim, show my Interactr review, the bonuses, YouTube channel, get Interactr. So this way you can build pop-ups. And this is actually a good example because I already created this one that you can point to other ones. So about Tim, when I click that one, it will redirect to about. And of course you need to do that in the pop-up. But that's how you create pop-ups and menus inside of Interactr. Then there's also surveys in here. So basically what surveys will do, you can refresh the results. It will show you how many people have clicked here, a breakdown by total responses. Now, because we're building this campaign, you cannot see that much, but basically it will show everything that you selected as that it needs to register the clicks. It will show up in here. Then we also have the analytics here for each campaign. So you can see the total impressions for a campaign here, the total plays, etc. The play rate, etc. will be shown in here. Also the project views, how many times that will be viewed, the project engagement, the drop off, etc. will be shown in here. And then the next thing is the share page. Now, first you need to publish your project. So let's publish this project. And now you can see that I have a share page in here. So when I open this, it will show the video on the share page. So if you do not have a website, you can still share your interactive video with other people. So here you can also see other videos on this share page, and that can be configured in the backend. You can see comments, so you can add a new comment. People can respond to this video, and you can change all of that in here. So you can say, show this video on other share pages. So if you like to show this video, just like the other video that you see on this share page here, you can enable this or disable this. You can also say show other videos on this share page. If you do not like to have other videos on this page, you disable this here, and you're going to save your changes. And now when I refresh my page here, you can see that this other video is no longer on my page. You can also say, I'm not going to allow comments. I'm going to save my changes. And now people are not able to respond to this video either. So you can set that all up in here. Here's your sharing page. So basically this is how your shared page will look like when you share this on Facebook. You can upload a thumbnail that will be used on Facebook. You can add a description that will be shown in here when people share this page on Facebook. Here, the same thing for Twitter and Google. Once you have set this up, it will regenerate this for you. You can see here, now it will be used on Google. You can do the same thing for Twitter here and Facebook. This image will be shared right now. Also here, you can see the likes and comments on your video. And let me actually share, see if I have that on an older video that I've shared before of Interactr. Oh, it's in legacy projects in here. So let me open this one quickly. So I can see here the share page, I can see like and comments. So here you can see all the comments here that I got to this video. So this was when I did a review of this product years ago. This was 4 years ago. And man, I was excited about it back then as well. And here you can see that share page as well. So this was the older share page where you can see here, where you can also see the comments. This is what people commented to this video, to this specific share page. And this is also an interactive video. Let me share you quickly. Hey there, thank you for watching this video.
Now, this is an interactive video, which means you can choose whatever you want to see in these videos.
So here you could choose show my office, and this is a long time ago. A lot has changed in the meanwhile. Show my story and show my car. So this was the car that I had back then, and boom, it's going to show.
Okay, so you want to see my car?
A video of my car. You can fast forward this here. You see, so that was my car back then, and I can show the interior here, and then it's going to show the interior.
Inside? Let's do it.
You see here, I'm going to show the interior of the car. So this is an interactive video as well. Very cool. So you can see all of that in the backend. And then inside of the settings part here, you have your project settings, like the name of your video, etc. You can choose what kind of quality you would like to use. 4K, 1080p, 720p. This is recommended, and that has all to do with how fast your videos will load. You can set your project fonts, your project folders, publishing, so you can embed this to any website. And that's basically what Interactr is all about. So here you can see the canvas of that specific video. Again, super cool software. Right now available with $130 discount. It's crazy. It's the price that you're going to pay. It's a one-time payment. I definitely recommend you to grab this while it's available right now. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the description of this video when you're seeing this on YouTube. Again, you can click that description to see an interactive video that I created and showed you at the beginning of this review. And yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching. Check out my video, check out my bonuses, check out everything you get. And like this video if it was useful. I do a lot of product reviews, so make sure to subscribe as well if you haven't subscribed yet. And for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video, and talk soon. Cheers.